Chapter 4. Use your heart when thinking.
Hello and welcome to the Peaceful Mind channel. In this chapter, we will talk about our hearts. Let's begin.
His heart was broken when he heard what I said.
With just one glance, she stole my heart.
We realized how heartless of a man he truly was.
We all understand that the word heart in these sentences does not refer to the physical organ that pumps blood through our bodies. Rather, it alludes to a metaphysical concept. The heart is commonly used to express certain emotions, yet this system we speak of is not something we can define in simple terms. The human heart is a precious treasure waiting to be discovered. In some languages, there is even a unique term that refers specifically to this inner essence. Words like emotional heart, gonal, innermost are words used for the spiritual heart we are talking about. First, we must acknowledge that what we call the heart does not conform to fixed boundaries or rigid definitions. Just like the concept of mind, which we separated from intelligence in the previous chapter, the heart also points to a similar spiritual depth. In fact, the heart and the mind share certain qualities and complement one another. While the foundation of emotions and behaviors unique to humans may be framed by the mind, their growth and profundity arise from the heart. Take faithfulness as an example. Any person not overtaken by malice can affirm with his mind that loyalty should be shown to those with whom one shares social bonds. Yet blending loyalty with love, compassion, and spiritual responsibility, then translating it into heartfelt action is the work of the heart. Thus, beyond physical organs, humans possess a metaphysical center housing emotions and spirituality. For some, this center is highly active. Others go through life without ever becoming aware of these noble qualities. Scientifically, the fact that emotion and spirituality are addressed in different parts and reactions in the brain should not cause us to reject spiritual reality. We must not forget that the visible, material world we live in is in constant interaction with an unseen metaphysical dimension. We know animals too have brains and blood-pumping hearts, yet traits like conscience, morality, tolerance, and responsibility are absent in them. Thus, we might say that the mind is the spiritual reflection of the brain, and the innermost is the spiritual reflection of the heart. Animals act by instinct. Humans, however, filter instinctual impulses and desires through the lens of mind and heart. The phrase, "use your heart when thinking," should now resonate more meaningfully to you. Thinking with the heart is to weave emotions into decisions. It is to make ethical decisions. The heart is also the center of spirituality and faith. Only those who consult their hearts can manifest behaviors we define as good and noble. Therefore, someone who lacks any ethical values, rules, or beliefs can rightfully be called heartless, soulless, or even mindless. Because if we were to list the qualities that distinguish such a person from any ordinary animal, we wouldn't find much to say. With the advancement of technology, we now live in a global social ecosystem shaped by 8 billion people. We wish to live peacefully, free from chaos, in a manner worthy of our humanity. The key to peace and order lies in rules. Chaos thrives in absence of rules. Where rules vanish, everyone seeks to impose their own, creating a savage hierarchy where the strong dominate. We know well that such a system will benefit no one but a powerful few. We can observe that the public and ethical laws that enable social harmony and order have always been a core focus of both governments and religions. So, what do you think are the differences between obeying the rules set by the state and obeying the rules imposed by religious beliefs? People often obey state laws to avoid punishment, seeking loopholes when opportunities arise. Here, the reward-punishment mechanism reigns. But is this system uniquely human? Did you visualize in your mind a dog jumping through hoops for a treat, or a horse galloping to avoid the whip? Me too. Social systems based solely on rewards and punishments lose their effectiveness in times of chaos. Once the penalties or rewards become tolerable, rules become easily breakable. This is because such systems rely on rational cost-benefit analysis. In contrast, a person whose heart genuinely believes in a moral code rooted in faith will not abandon what is right, even if it leads to great personal loss. What stops one from committing a hidden crime despite personal gain is the values they hold sacred. The greatest role of moral principles established through faith is to provide societal peace and order we've been discussing. We need to look at the issue not only from a social perspective, but also from an individual perspective. In today's world, we can find a solution to every physical problem with science. However, we cannot find a solution to widespread problems such as psychological distress and unrest with science. Spiritual emptiness in a person forms the basis of restlessness and psychological problems. The focal point of this issue is, again, the heart. In today's world, science is often treated as a substitute for belief. It is important to recognize that science alone cannot define morality. Science observes tangible realities perceived through our five senses. Morality coming from belief is entirely a matter of the heart. It is a compass guiding our relationship with the Creator, nature, and fellow humans. Manners such as sincerity, goodwill, self-sacrifice, helpfulness, honesty, and trustworthiness cannot be explained by today's materialistic norms. These can only be defined with an understanding of morality that places the concept of heart at its center. The form, which we call heart, is an immeasurable treasure, too vast for words, brimming with endless mysteries. From now on, let us not make a decision without consulting our hearts. Let's think much and deeply about ourselves and the universe by including our hearts. Every discovery within our inner sanctum propels us forward on our journey of change. On our journey, we have completed the fourth step by recognizing the treasure of the heart. See you in the next chapters. Stay peaceful.
The heart ain't flesh, it's a sacred space where the soul finds truth in a hidden place. We measure the stars, build empires wide, but can't fix the ache we carry inside. Science sees facts, but not what we feel. Some wounds are too deep for the mind to heal. It's the heart that speaks when the logic fails, the compass that turns when the reason derails. Rules may keep order, but compliance don't last.